I'm just making a short video to explain how I fitted a RAM mount for my phone so that I could use it as sat-nav while I'm on my V-Strom 650. So this is my original setup with a U-bolt mounted ball on the handlebar here and a power socket here on the handlebar. I've kept the power socket, but I've now moved my mount upwards so that I don't have to look down so far to use it while I'm riding. The new mount is very simply mounted to one of the holes that's left spare when the screen is where I want it to be. So my new mount is a Ram B252 pinch bolt mount screwed through this hole. You can see its corresponding hole on the other side. On the other side you can see quite clearly where the bolt comes through, and one day I might take time to maybe put a bit of black paint on there, and then again I might not bother. When I'm putting my mount on, I start with one of these arms. Simply pops onto there. Then to mount my phone, I'm using the Ram finger grip, which is a brilliant piece of kit just to fit just about any phone. Pop that into the ball, tighten it down. Now my phone simply pops into here. And that's it. I now have sat-nav on the go using my phone. And if I ever need to adjust it without taking my gloves off, I've also discovered that one of these stylus pens sits really nicely in between my bracket here and the brake reservoir. So whenever I'm on my bike, I don't need to take off my gloves, simply make any adjustments I want with my stylus. And it just pops back in there, and that hasn't fallen out now for probably about 4,000 miles, so I'm guessing it probably never will. I'm not really willing to sell my soul to Apple, and therefore I don't have an iPhone where I cannot benefit from the many dry cases that you can get for your Apple iPhone. Instead I have a pretty basic Samsung, and most of the time if I just leave it in there, as long as I keep going, it's going to stay dry. If I'm not going to keep going, I am doing a bit of city work, this is just so easy to stick it in a plastic bag straight there into the finger grip. If you're using headphones, you can still get the cables out, but what's really cool about this, for whatever reason, once it's in that plastic bag, even if you're wearing gloves, all the touchscreen suddenly starts working again with no problem. You don't even have to use the stylus. And in there it's going to stay dry. You don't even have to worry about zipping that up because nothing comes up that way. So what we've got there is your phone mounted on the bike for really not a lot of money. The one thing I am going to have to think about now though, because I'm not really that happy with running power from this socket here up to this phone, I'm going to have to look at a new way of fitting an auxiliary socket to my bike, getting it off the handlebars and off the yoke once and for all. And I'm guessing that's probably going to be drilling a hole here and screwing a socket in with some kind of waterproof cover. Can't wait for that one because I just love wiring.